So it seems like the New York Giants season is going to end like most New York Giants seasons over the last 10-ish years, which is going to be near the bottom of the league. But this year does feel a little different to most years, as they do feel like they have a lot more promise, right? Jackson Dart, obviously, very big bright spot for that team. Maybe not as bright, though, at least entertainment-wise, as running back Cam Skattebo. Of course, he has a season-ending injury. Can anyone explain me what the hell that shoulder thing is that he has? Thing is scary. But hell, you even have Eagles players like mad respecting him, which is, I mean, it's ridiculous. Of course, you also have Malik Neighbors. The problem is, all three of those guys have been kind of injury prone. Jackson Dart has not been protected super well this season, and honestly, a big reason why Dable actually got fired, in my opinion. Obviously, a lot of losses in the last 2 seasons, but in general, not protecting the quarterback and just kind of throwing him out in the fire a little bit. Probably a little bit of a big part of that as well. Looking at the rest of the team, though, Wan'Dale Robinson, he has stepped it up big this year, especially in replacement of Malik Neighbors. And then offensive line, they could definitely be better. Andrew Thomas is who Andrew Thomas is, but the rest are also who they are, which is not the best. Theo Johnson's having one of his best years, if not his very best year. Could use a little bit more out of him, but I mean, I think it's a good stepping stone. Which, speaking of stepping places, I would love to step off a cliff right now. This sickness is killing me. I thought my voice was going to be good enough for this rebuild, and a minute in, and I already can tell that this is going to be rough. But of course, if you're still watching this point, I appreciate you for bearing witness through this torture with me. Of course, looking at the defensive side of the ball, this is the real shocker. This is the side of the ball where I really thought they could do some damage, keep the team in some games, maybe even arguably win some games for them. And really, it's been a little disappointing. I know you have, good front four, but this felt like it should have been like the best, one of the best front fours. And it really hasn't been that. Of course, they've dealt with a little bit of injuries, but what team hasn't? Corners have not played well. Linebackers, you obviously Okereke. And then safeties, I mean, Newman hasn't really shown much yet. Javon Holland, he's been good, not great. Overall, this side of the ball, even though in Madden they look very good, real life, definitely a lot to be desired. We'll see what we can build with this team, though, as again, kind of a bright future for a 2-10 team that might be looking at potentially the number 1 overall pick. And I know it's going to be hard for you to leave a like based on the quality of my voice, but if you do end up enjoying the video, and you just want to make me feel a little bit better, maybe leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification all if you want to see when the next upload is up, which at this point you probably don't. Second channel PK plays for not Madden content. Trying to finish the Borderlands series over there. Regardless, let's get into this, torturous sounding rebuild. And the craziest part is, even though it doesn't sound like it, I actually feel way better. It's just my voice is dead. Like I would say, like 20% sore throat, 20% nose, and like 100% voice issues. Everything else is fine. Like my headache isn't really there anymore. Body aches are good. Coughing's there a little bit, but this sickness has destroyed me. Just like this Wan'Dale Robinson contract's going to destroy our salary cap. This team is actually a little more broke than I thought they would be. Wan'Dale Robinson has earned the contract, though, I think, and there is the deal. I'm debating on Flott, though. Can we afford him? Maybe you know what? Maybe I whisper. Is that what you... It sounds just as bad. It's just creepier. Yeah, I guess with Flott asking for only 6 per, we're trying to make him a long-term guy. 4-year, 26. Cool. Even though in real life, I don't see that happening. Also, am I not allowed to use the Chiefs' offense because he was a passing game coordinator for the Chiefs? I'm just saying. And I know you guys are probably thinking, I wish you would stop saying. Please stop speaking in general. Also, for the 2026 draft class, we are using Sports Gaming Roster's draft class again. But this is the updated version, which we recently posted about like a week ago. So there you go. And unfortunately, we go 4-13 on the year. We do win a couple games after the starting point, but yeah, not really a great season, unfortunately. I really shouldn't be fighting this. Me speaking is probably going to permanently damage something, and it's probably not worth it, but here we are, risking it all. Stupid, but this is how the season ends statistically. Wow, Burns, 18 sacks, though, really good year. Everyone else a little iffy. Interceptions, 5 total, not really great. Kicking was all right, not bad. Punting was okay. I mean, remember, it's real life stats. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect much, so that's kind of what I expected. Anything at all. Hey, Burns, Defensive Player of the Year, could go to X Factor. Offensive Rookie of the Year, dart at 3. Everything else, though, yeah, unlikely to get any awards. Just pretty much Burns. Niners and Bills in the Super Bowl, the Niners win it all. As far as the dev-ups go, we do get a dev-up for Theo Johnson. Was hoping Wandale would have gotten one, but unfortunately he did not. Theo could be the future tight end one. I mean, he might actually be able to hold on to that spot. And then defensively, Burns does go to X Factor. No one else goes up in dev, but at least Burns does. That's a dub. He's already 28, so that could be the dev up that keeps him here for the rest of this rebuild. Problem is, I don't know if I'll be here for the rest of this rebuild. I might be dead. These are our retirements. These are the players we'll be letting hit free agency. Speaking of free agency that we have no money for, these are the top names, which there's a couple of DBs that I might be interested in. Maybe Daniel Jones returning, which, no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I mean, even if we had the money, don't think we would have spent anything other than maybe like Dax Hill, the safety. All right, we're in the draft. We have pick number 4 overall. Jets are first, then the Saints and the Titans. I don't know what I want. We got DT, wide receiver, and corner as the top 3 needs. Tyson goes 3 overall. I'm really thinking Woods might be the guy. I do like Caleb Downs a lot, though, too. That would fix the safety spot, but Peter Woods is also really, really good. I don't know what to do. Pick 4 overall is very high. Yeah, I'm going to be taking Peter Woods because Darius Alexander is already 26, so we're going to bolster up the DT room, I suppose, with Peter Woods, who looks pretty good in my opinion. Hoping for 75 plus, which, hey, 6 true talent, I can live with that. Hidden dev, strong, decent speed, great excel. Good pick. And I'm having a tough time in the second round because AJ Harris actually looks pretty good. Problem is, A, I don't know if he's hidden, obviously, and B, the corners we have on this team, even though in real life they don't look super great, they're like all 24 or younger, and they're almost 80 overall. I think I could develop those guys. Do I want a wide receiver, though, is the question. Maybe we go O-line. I mean, we do need O-line. Just feels such a reach. Screw will take Ernest Green. I can't remember if he was hidden or not. If he's normal dev, this is a terrible pick. 91 true, of course. It's the only thing that sucks about the user-created classes. The O-line is always completely useless. And then the new Madden game comes out and like 80% of the O-line are hiddens. You know? I think we just need to bump the devs a little bit. Oh, wow. Blake Miller goes 1 pick before us, by the way. Didn't even think he would be there. I didn't slow down because I assumed he was going to be gone in the 3rd. That's tough. No linebackers either. Definitely not the best looking 4th round I've ever seen. Do we take one of these corners? Screw it, let's take the very fast Berrien Brown. I mean, if Blake Miller was there, that's who I would have taken, and he's gone. Wow, 99 speed, 98 excel. Huge. Now for a player we took in our Packers franchise, Desmond Reed. Nice little elusive back, a little bit of speed. 65 true. Hidden dev. I mean, almost arguably have that Brandon Jacobs, Ahmad Bradshaw combination back. And we're going to take high potential athleticism in Gushikin here in the 6. Very fast 40, decent zone, everything else sucks. 94 true talent with, sadly, normal dev. And I guess we'll take the huge Mall Man, who we also took in the Packers franchise that did not really look super great. Yeah, about as bad as I thought. And here we are, 78 overall for Woods. At least our 1st round pick was worth it. Damn, should be, with how much, draft capital we used on him. Pretty much could have gotten a free 1st round pick later on if we would have traded down to even like 15. So glad he was worth the pick. Only star dev, but high overall is good. Sadly, the guard, normal development traits. Projected a lot later than a 2nd or 3rd, but that's where he was in our rankings. He doesn't look terrible. Just kind of a bad run blocker, which, I mean, I prefer the pass blocking anyways. That's how I draft my linemen. Berrien Brown, a lot of speed. added to the team in rounds 4 and 5 with the very fast wide receiver and very fast running back. Desmond Reed with basically no break tackle. 50 break tackle is crazy bad, but I get it. Small, easy to hit. Maybe not easy to grab onto, but yeah, once you grab onto someone like that, you should be able to bring him down pretty easily. The right tackle sucked, but the corner wasn't terrible, so not our best work, but at least Peter Woods was really good. And with that, I think I am done with the real classes for this rebuild. We're going to go to CPU generated from here on out, at least for the rest of this rebuild. I need a chance at drafting O-line, you know. Here is the team for the official year 1 start. Neighbor's still out with that ACL, but it's only 1 more week, so we just have him in the starting lineup. O-line still needs a lot of work, though. Everything else, though, I don't hate it. Like, wide receiver 1 and 2, I think, is fine. Running back 1, obviously, is fine. QB 1, I'm hoping is fine, and then tight end 1, I'm hoping is fine as well. We have 4 O-linemen still arguably need to be replaced. Defensively, D-line, edge, all that, I think, you know, good. Need a linebacker or 2, though, for sure. Strong safety, we'll see. I think Holland will be fine, and then corners. Again, we talked about it. 24, 25-year-old, 78-plus overall corners. They have a chance to develop. We just got to see if they will. Also, you got to remember, we have not done the training camp yet. Please, if I can get one. Oh, I forgot to do camp counselor. But yeah, if I can get one freebie, this is the one to get it. I think we should have this first try. We do. Not bad, actually. No dev up, though. All right, we do have money, but we do have players to pay. Banks is a no. Too old for that age. Or too old. Okay. Go to bed. Too old for that overall. Thibodeau, kind of also too old for that overall, but in general, we don't really need edge. Okereke probably going to drop to a 78, 79, and everybody else just isn't very good. So we actually have money. We're going to pay neighbors soon, and that's where the money's going, I guess. We had a pretty good start to the season. Not so great of a finish. We'll see if we make the playoffs or not. Year 1 playoffs would not be bad. Also possible. Remember this Giants team in real life, which we do. 10-7 after beating the Cowboys, actually getting the division nod, the 3rd seed in general. Giants have been very competitive. Not really a season that has gone their way, yet very close games this year. They did not lay down. So, see what you will. Of course, out of the playoffs already, I believe, the first team to be mathematically out, but still, you can't tell me the Giants weren't at least fun to watch this year, even after the Skattebo injury, let alone obviously before it, that they could be a team that makes a push, maybe gets 10 wins, you know, gets a playoff spot next year. Who knows? Of course, we do have the Chiefs, because once again, the interim coach we're using was, you know, a quarterback coach, I believe, for the Chiefs. So it's a little bit of a reach, but I also want the team to do well. I will say I'm not getting the numbers I want from Skattebo, so I might switch to a team scheme that is going to run the ball a little bit more. We'll have to take a look who is going to do that. But looking at edge, really good. DT, Lawrence was great. Woods, very disappointing. He had all the opportunities in the world, so it's not... What? So they just play 1 DT. See, that's the problem with the new allocation, is that since there's no right end or left end anymore, technically, you just don't get the DT2 ever doing anything in Sim, which they should be doing a little bit more. Kicker, punter, actually not bad. Let's take a look at the picks real quick, go back over to it, which you can see we're also pretty mid. Look at the yearly awards. MVP goes to Joe Burrow. That's definitely not a scheme you're going to get a lot of rushing stats with. Maybe the Lions. That might actually be a good shout out. Best quarterback, number 2 for Dart, should go to Star. Best wide receiver goes to Wandale, should go to Superstar. And that is it. Let's take a look now at this first playoff game of hopefully many against the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, going to the end of the game. If we can at least make it close. Wow, a safety right away, not bad. We can at least make it close. That'd be great. So far, not so good. Defense is doing its part. Offense not really doing their part. Although, again, defense keeping them in at 17-10, and that is probably going to be it. 31-13. Sort of close, not sort of close. Oh, voice crack. Oh, my God. What am I even doing this video for? Looking at the stats, though, Dart actually wasn't terrible. Hurts is obviously very good, though. Rushing, Barkley was solid. Skattebo, yards per carry were good. Damn, 7 broken tackles for Barkley's crazy. Goddard, really good game. Slayton out of nowhere had a good game for us. Wandale was solid. Neighbors, 2 touchdowns, I believe, so not bad. Edge, well, maybe not edge, but pass rush. Thibodeau with 1. Woods with 1. Interceptions. McWilliams, and that was it. Not exactly how we were hoping those playoffs would have went, but also not exactly surprised. In this Super Bowl is the Lions and Raiders. What a matchup. See who wins it. And the winner is the Lions. They were 16-1, almost the perfect season. Wait, the Rodgers had gone to the Vikings. Interesting. Usually retires year 1. He decided to go to the Vikings. He decided to do the meme. Good for him. Good for him. Course Dart goes up in dev. Start development trait. What? Wait. Do they have a new bug in the game? Brother. For what? A, he's really young. And B, he had a really good year. What? Do we really have a new bug out here? I've already got a bug. I don't need another one. Of course, Wandale goes to Superstar. Any defensive ones? And unless I'm missing something, I don't think so. Did also pay Okereke for a 1-year deal. Same with Thibodeau. Gonna try to use him as trade value. Maybe get a 3rd if we're lucky. I'll take a 7 mil dead hit for a team that doesn't really need the money right now. For a 3rd round pick, I think it's worth it. We had 2 retirements. Graham Gano, kind of a big one. 5-year option for Neighbors. I think we're going to hold off as I think we can get him for that price or cheaper on a longer term deal. We obviously want to keep him long term, so it's kind of irrelevant to go for that 5th. And then Banks is just not worth it. And not that we really need him, but it is very interesting that Quentin Williams is a free agent. The Cowboys, I guess, just can't afford him. Ellen Jenkins might be an option too. Might be put him at guard if we go for him. I mean, we could fix a lot of our O-line here. The problem is it's expensive, and they're not really long-term options. I'll definitely go for at least 1. We'll definitely try to get at least 1 lineman. I think it's probably going to be Ellen. He's going to be playing guard. And we do get him on a 1-year 16. All right, we're in the draft with pick 19 overall. We actually have a 3rd-round pick this year, which is great. Biggest positional needs, linebackers, sort of corner, and because there's so many good ones, I might have to take one, but I'm not pushed, so at this point, we could just go straight to 19 and see who is there. Linebacker, like I said, besides O-line, is probably the biggest positional need. Just quick look if you wanted to see this after Ellen Jenkins. We need a new center for sure, need a new right tackle for sure. Everyone else on offense, at least for the year, because we don't know what's going to happen with Jenkins next year, looks good. And then defensively, yeah, linebacker. Arguably corner, again, Phillips is, 82. Flott's 82. They're pushing it, 25, 26 maybe, but do we really need a corner? I don't know. So we'll see if one of those really good-looking corners is still there. Also, you do have this guy who I don't really scout tackles too much because usually the good ones are gone in the first 15 picks, and then you're just taking 73 overall, normal or star devs, which why would I do that when I could take that in the 3rd round or later? But yeah, a couple of decent-looking guards could go that route. Could just take linebacker now and then have another one in the 2nd round. As far as corner goes, we're really down to just 1. And in my opinion, he doesn't look very good. So I think that decision has already been made for us. With that being said, I'm thinking we might be trading down into the next round. Maybe get another 3rd to pick up a linebacker because of it. We make this trade with the Browns to get a 2nd this, 3rd this, and a 2nd next year. Which pick 19 is very high, so it does kind of cost that. Problem is glitch. I don't really know who they're going to take. Actually, I can see top right. It is the right tackle that looks actually a little bit better like that. That right guard's gone. That Lampman guy, he might have actually been halfway decent. Whoops. What do we want to do with this? We have a 3 to 4. That's a 1 to 2. Could go safety. I'm going to have to take a look at Nubin before I do that, though. Waynes could, in theory, play linebacker. Sam linebacker probably, but still linebacker nonetheless. Dishman, though, A-man coverage. Actually looking pretty good. Yeah, if Nubin's like 25, 26, and he's not even an 80 yet, that might be a position we upgrade at. What about middle linebacker Brooks? There's so many linebackers, I don't know who I would want. We have to look more inside our own team. Weird to say it that way, but sure. Yeah, 79 overall at 26 is I mean, he's not a bad player. But yeah, we got to get somebody younger. We just have to. BJ Dishman. Hopefully he's good. He's probably going to be like 73 overall normal. 43 true talent, please. Yes. And Dev, 92 speed. We'll take it. Moving on to 19. Let's see how many of those linebackers are still there, if any. And yeah, they do fall off a little bit here. Brooks the 1-2. I'm thinking this guy's not as good as we kind of thought. There's potential there, especially in coverage, but we'll admit, play rec and awareness, it seems, not looking so good. I guess based on true talent, we're going to go Wyatt Graham, the Will linebacker. Please be hidden dev. I don't ask for much. 37 true, that's good. Hidden dev, that's great. And I have no idea if that other linebacker is going to be good, so if he's there at 68, we'll take him. If not, I will pivot. He's still there. All right, I got no choice. Brooks, just be at least a 70 overall, which he kind of is. Dev, okay, yeah, the other teams are stupid. Never mind. But again, still not as stupid as me for speaking and doing this rebuild. Long-term voice damage, can't wait. And we talked about keeping Thibodeau on to trade him for a third-round pick. Here's that trade to Seattle Seahawks. They got an eye. I think that's a good move for them. With that pick, we are going to be taking the left guard, Austin McKinney. Good pass blocker, not so much in the run blocking, and he is hidden. And now we're actually going to go with the Seahawks pick again. We're going to get a fourth next year to move down to the high fourth from them, which is actually kind of where we have been selecting most rounds. And with every pick we have left, at least player-wise, being like UDFA, I'm going to trade this pick for next year's stuff. Fourth and a sixth. Wait, no! I read that as a third. That is a huge mistake. I did not mean to do that. I thought that was a third and a sixth. I thought the Browns were trying to add to the value. My bad. I feel so scammed. You don't even know. You don't even know. Fourth from the Rams and a seventh this year. Yeah, that Browns trade was stupid as hell. Back-to-back six-round picks. Jeff Stallings is going to be the first of these UDFA. Oh my god, it's so laggy. These UDFA picks. Please, you're going to be our tackle. Nice. Kind of hefty at tackle, but that's fine. Probably will be trading up as well because I kind of want... I kind of want all three. But let's go Gary Combs. Kerry Combs, actually. 6'3", 76 true. Normal dev, but worth the value. A sixth and a seventh. Yes. Get it all out now. We're a sixth this year from the Broncos, which we will probably also go to the Steelers next. Portillo is first up. Always could use the DT depth. 15 true talent, by the way. And also hidden dev. Wow. I almost took a 360-pound DT in like round 4. And I saw Portillo. I was like, oh yeah, we do have that guy, don't we? And yeah, he's actually hidden, so not bad. And then another 6th and a 7th round pick for a 6-year round this year with the Steelers to take a linebacker that I don't know if he looks great, but he's decently fast, so Elijah Smart. Let's see if it's a smart pick. It'd be a depth piece for us for sure. 83 true talent, although hidden dev. Don't really need him right now, but yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do with Okereke now. Take a look at the draft recap. 74, 74, 71, 73, 73, 72, 77, 71. Pretty good players. Dishman, automatic starting at strong safety. Just has a higher ceiling than Nubin. Nubin might be a guy we trade off. Dev. Damn, I thought it was going to be better than Star. Now we look at Graham. I should have probably looked at his actual like ratings, but Star Dev. Didn't really expect much better, but could have gotten it. You never know. Aries Brooks, 71 overall, hidden development trait. Take a look at what his dev is. It is Star. The two linemen were only Star development trait, unfortunately. Let's take a look at Portillo now. Probably also going to be another guy that's only Star dev, but one hell of a draft pick he was. And yeah, he is Star. All right, here's the roster for year number 2. For the most part, I actually like where we're at. I mean, really, you might be able to just keep Green as the starting guard for the rest of this thing if he keeps developing and just replace Elton and everyone else, assuming we can afford him. Other than maybe Theo Johnson, looks pretty good. Then we move on to the defensive side of the ball, where still a little worried about corners. We did do our training camp already, so this is what the overalls are going to look like. Yeah, I mean, it's getting better. 86 overall team. We already just made the playoffs last season. See what happens here in the true year number 2. And even though we have a lot of money on the bottom left, some of the names I'm seeing are concerning for negotiations. Neighbors asking for a lot, but that's fine. It's about 30 million per year. The big problem with Dexter is he's red bar, so 36 million per year isn't even enough. Holland at 27 will pay. Drew Phillips, I guess we have to pay. Theo might be a free agent, but as of right now, I don't hate it. I actually don't hate this money situation. Although, again, we do have to pay Dart soon. And crazy enough, these Giants are 14-3. We ran with the Packers playbook because I wanted to get more rushing numbers, and you can see with Cam Skattebo there, we definitely got that. So, definitely a good playbook change and a ridiculously good start to this rebuild. So, even if I'm unbearable to listen to, at least the actual sim, the actual rebuilding has gone well. This is one of the best rushing seasons I've seen one of our rebuild teams have. And Skattebo's not even, well, maybe now he is. Yeah, not even a 90 overall. I don't know what it is. Skattebo is really good in sim, and yet he probably shouldn't be. Like, the speed is so low, but 100 yards per game, 20 touchdowns. What a year. What a year. Receiving wasn't even that bad, to be honest. Obviously, minus Theo Johnson, but one hell of a season for pretty much everybody on offense. And then defensively, we had 3 guys in the double digits for sacks. Peter Woods being scammed by the scheme itself, but if we're winning games, I'm not going to complain. I've seen good things from the Giants defense in sim, and I'm not going to sabotage the team just because my DT2 isn't really doing well. He's still going, but overall, we're winning games. That's all I care about. Kicking, not great. It was okay. Punting, not great. It was okay. Kick return, punt return game. Nothing going on there. Looking at the yearly awards, Jordan Love wins MVP. Dart was all the way at 7. Wait, what about actually Scat? Skattebo not on the list. Should win running back of the year at least, though. Didn't win offensive player of the year, though. Cam Skattebo number 2, Robinson number 3. Any other awards? Defensive rookie of the year number 2. Best QB number 2. Running back 1. There you go. Wide receiver number 2. O-line, no. D-line number 5 and 8. Best linebacker, no. Best DB at number 8. Wait. Best DB at number 8 and 10. And then kicker all the way down at 9. Bye week, though, for the wild card, so automatically a very good chance to win, well, at least make the Super Bowl as we spawn in here at the divisional round. Going against the Packers, which, again, the Giants have had some success over the years against them in the postseason. And I want to kick return this thing. What? Brother. Reed, what are you doing? I get he's short, but you got to get in a better position than that. Of course, Dart, pretty good season, but Skattebo, he had a great season. We'll throw a play. Not many plays, but at least one play. This play action looks pretty good. It's pretty much all neighbors, though. Which, yeah, not going to happen. Best of luck to you, Dart, in these offense. I am not a part of that. I'll come in if I need to try and save something, but holy crap, that's difficult. Let's take a look. First drive, we get field goal. It's good. We get a stop. They get a stop. 3-3. Second quarter. Packers are kind of looking like they have the momentum on us, and you can see at half they will have the 4-point lead. Good stop. We get another field goal. Can the offense please score a touchdown? They do. No 2-point, though. 15-10. And then, of course, the Packers score a touchdown. They get the 2-point. It's a 3-point game. Offense got to do something here. 3rd and inches. They do convert. Huge drive. They will score. Packers have time, though. It's only a 4-point game. We're coming in. I don't care. Cover 4, which is far from perfect. Packers got 2 timeouts. They can still inch their way closer. Oh, we left them. Oh, we knocked it out. Huge. 3rd and 4. Loss of 5 seconds to go with it. Again, still kind of protecting the end zone. There's still some underneaths that can be hit, though, so got to be careful. And that's good D. Still holds on, though. I cannot believe he held on there. This is bad. This is really bad. I don't like it. We're 9 seconds away from the championship round in year 2. Please. Uh-oh. That's a lot of yards, dude. All right. 10-yard line. Dude, this is so bad for us. Do you go? I think you bring mid. Oh, this is such a bad decision. This is so bad. Double move killed me, but the edge wins. No time. We're moving on to the divisional round. They're the championship round, actually. I gotta be chill. I can't yell. I can't. I'm sorry if it's gonna sound like I just don't care, but that was already way too much emotion. I should not be showing that. My voice is already bad enough. It's gonna get worse. Ben Powers just got cooked. Micah Parsons had a good game, but we had a way better game as a team. They had 2 picks, but we won. Their kicker missed. That was huge. To the championship round, I mean, there's not really many teams. Yeah, I was about to say, like, who's the tough team in the NFC at this point? We're like one of them, right? Vikings, Packers ready to beat. We have the Seahawks now, Rams, Niners, Panthers. Not a tough one, right? And, you know, no Eagles, no Cowboys. Those are teams that are pretty good in sim usually. Let's see it. We haven't beat by 3 overalls. Can we make it to the Super Bowl in year 2? I think even if we do, we will do 2 more seasons anyways, though, to try and... Oh, is this snow? Snowy game could be an advantage. Should be. Try to get that dynasty. All right, end of the game. I can't see a thing. 3 points. Still 3. Come on, offense. Huge. Huge. 12 points, all field goals. 4th quarter, they finally get 3. They get nothing. Wow. Defense cooked. 20-3. We're headed to the Super Bowl. My voice is headed to retirement. It's going to quit. Looking at the numbers, Darnold threw 3 picks. Dart really didn't do much, but at least we won. Skattebo was great. And defense was lockdown. Very good defensive, which is crazy because you look at the numbers and, I mean, they were just as good. Pass rush wise, it's just we had 3 interceptions. That was the big difference in this one. The takeaways. And the Raiders, who just lost the Super Bowl, I believe, are back in it. Taking us on this time. Let's take a look at how they got here. In the wild card round, they beat the Colts by 3. They beat the... I'm just blind. 42-24 over the Jaguars. I'm not doing math. I'm sorry. I'm too sick to do math. Raiders... what was even like 16, 18 points. But speaking of, here's 18 points here. Raiders over the Patriots. So some pretty high scoring games. I don't know if our defense is going to be able to keep up this streak of just locking teams down while our offense struggles. But if they can for one more game, I would definitely appreciate it. Looking at the numbers though. Wandale's an X Factor. Dart's a superstar. Skattebo, the 90 overall superstar. What a year he had. A little surprised though that Dart actually went up because it was a good year, but yeah, it was a good year. He's Pro Bowl as well. Actually, probably worth it. Probably earned it. Then we look at Wandale. Didn't expect him to be an X Factor in this thing. He's a 90 overall plus, though. X Factor, great stuff. Defensively, Dishman goes up, so seemingly a good decision. And the linebackers actually devved up nicely in overall. Oh, wait, Dishman. Wait, when the hell did he go up in dev? It definitely would have been some point during the regular season, but I've not seen it here. Maybe a player of the week. Let's check. Yeah, I don't see a dev up. Oh. Maybe was it actually like this last week and I just somehow missed it? Pretty sure I didn't see any. Yeah, I don't see the dev up. Or was he? No, he wasn't. He wasn't Superstar. He was Star. Maybe he was on the... Oh, he does have weekly training. It might have been from the training. I obviously don't do the training manually. That would be way too much practice to do. I gotta practice dev up. Maybe we do get dev ups, just not when I'm actually doing the training camps. I guess that would make sense. I don't know. Either way, 90 overall Giants over the 85 overall Raiders. A year 2 win would be much appreciated. I'd appreciate it, Madden gods. Sure as hell didn't help us out in that damn Bengals speed rebuild. We actually had a really good team. One of the best, win-loss we've had. Good overall roster. Got the bye week. Didn't have great success in the playoffs, though. Right now, looking good. Offense actually playing well. Defense actually the one needing to be carried in the 4th quarter here. Raiders have a chance to tie this up, and they will with a huge run. And with all the clock they have left over, if they would have got a stop there, they might have had a chance at another score. 4th and 2, this is risky, but I think you do kick a field goal. They hit it. 1:20 left. 3rd and 10. 4th and 10. No conversion. And we have won the Super Bowl in year 2 with the New York Giants. It was finally worth tearing my throat up. Pause. Please pause. Ignore the sus stuff. This is why I don't talk about body parts, all right? I just don't. Either way, year 2, we'll definitely do another 2 seasons. I don't know what my voice is going to sound like because I'm definitely going to, after this part, give it a break. See what we're looking like, you know, many hours from now. Hopefully better. Hopefully better to finish this thing out, but definitely not a bad start. Arguably better with the Packers scheme, more balanced, more what I feel like the Giants would want to do, right? 1,700 yards, 20 touchdowns for Skattebo is more than I expected for sure. And the Giants, once again, are Super Bowl champions. Jackson Dart, though, no matter what, even though he had a pretty good game technically, just can't stop throwing those picks. Skattebo was good. Genty was technically better because of the big run. Wandale was amazing, as he has been this entire rebuild so far. Sacks, you know, kind of lackluster. Picks, the Raiders had all of them. Yeah, another game where you kind of wonder, like, how did we win? It feels like statistically the other side was better, but I suppose our pass game was better. Even though we threw 2 picks, we also threw 3 touchdowns. I'm going to show you the win-loss, which, if there was ever a time to cheat, let me tell you, this would be the time to do it. Try to get that done. But now we're in this. Not worth it. Any surprise retirements? That's what I'm worried about. Just don't be Burns. Just let me have Brian Burns the rest of this rebuild. You can take anyone else. In theory. Because if you take someone even younger, then I'd be really pissed. A lot of money, though. We did not pay Dexter because I honestly feel like, you know, the tag is going to be cheaper. Like, he wants, what, $37 million per? It's $30 million for the tag, right? So, meh. Carter, I mean, you're going to have to pay him a lot anyways. I think you're going to save money by just paying him right away rather than doing a 5th year. And then Dart, I mean, that's more than his contract's going to be. So, Theo, I don't love it. That's the reason why I was trying to lowball him. I don't love it. Yeah, well, we'll try to get him back in free agency. I'm just not going to pay that money right now. I don't want that many years. Pay the money, just not the amount of years he wants the money on. And then Nubin, good backup for the price, I think. Everybody else, not Jenkins. We'll pay Jenkins too if we can. Everyone else, though, you're going to free agency. We do have a bit of money, though, but obviously a lot of that has to go to the 2 first-round picks that we have, so outside of maybe a stab at DeJean, I think we're going to save this money. Like, even Theo Johnson, we need that money for Carter and Dart. We can maybe spend like 20 mil and we'd be really pushing it, so let's not do that. Let's save our money, even though DeJean is very tempting. So we're in the draft with pick 32. We just won the Super Bowl, and my voice sounds even worse. It is barely holding on, so hang on with me, as we are likely going to be looking at wide receiver or cornerback. If not that, one of these tight ends who I don't really love because they're all 2 to 3 talents, but we really need a tight end because we do not have Theo Johnson. So we kind of have no choice. Or so we went down to 32. We have the choice at whatever tight end we want. Frazier and Crocker the fastest, 4.5 and 4.52. With, I think, Frazier being the better of the 2. So that is who we're going to take. Jeff Frazier. Give us the juice. 59 true. Just be hidden. I mean, we do have the luxury of potentially double dipping. Is that something we want to do? Do we double dip and take Crocker as well? I think we do. I think we have to. If he's also normal, I'm going to be so sad. True talent 63. He's worse, but he is hidden. 90 speed. He's the starter. And with the later second round pick, we're going to be trading that to the Buccaneers because I don't like any of the positions that we have left. I don't think we need them that much. And now we're just going to take a lineman that'll probably never start. And I'm going to save my voice from having to go through too much pain. So you'll see the draft recap. All right, so we finished the draft. We did okay. They weren't all hiddens. I can't remember who was and who wasn't. DT was not. This guy was not. This guy was not. Corner was. 73 overall hidden. Not bad. Could be a future starter. Both tight ends look good. Problem is, only one of them has hidden, meaning Crocker by default is the starter, especially when it's an X Factor. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely, I'm glad we double dipped. Not glad we took the first tight end in the first place, but not a bad double dip there. Okay. 90 speed tight end with X Factor. Why not? All right, season number 3. My voice is getting worse by every single season. This is what the squad looks like. Offense, I do not worry about. I think the offense looks good. Our tight end is better than Theo, technically, because he is X Factor. And then defensively, we have a pretty good defense, too. Maybe you need to upgrade corner, but outside of that, as long as Burns doesn't retire, I'm good. Assuming we can also afford everybody. 7-year 4.41 for Dart. A 6-year 147 for Abdul Carter. 2-year 68 for Brian Burns. 3-year 25.5 for Mr. Cam Skattebo. And then Lawrence probably gets another tag. He's asking for too much money. 40 million per, pretty much. We actually had a pretty damn good start to the year, and then near the end, struggled. Just like, again, you know, I'm not gonna say it anymore, okay? But of course, 10-7, good enough for the playoffs. Not a great year, but good enough. A lot of losses near the end, though. We were like 8-4 at one point, maybe even better than that, and then just a bunch of losses right near the end of the season, unfortunately. Looking at the numbers, Dart, 42 touchdowns, 11 picks, 44-50 for yards. Skattebo, definitely not as good of a year, but still a good one nonetheless. Neighbors, killed it. Wandale, not bad. Brown, actually pretty good. Crocker, pretty good for the Packers scheme. Offensive line, center, 12 sacks, it's a lot. Thomas, 13. It's kind of a lot for him. Pass rush, oof. Kind of bad, right? I feel like by now we should be like 3 double-digiters minimum. Then looking at interceptions, a couple of 2 interceptions, not bad. Kicking was garbage, punting was good. Kick return touchdown, 1. Punt return, none. Which, speaking of none, I can't imagine we're going to have any awards. Dart at number 3 for MVP. Neighbors does win Offensive Player of the Year, to be fair. Dart wins Best QB. We get Best Wide Receiver, of course. And that is unfortunately it. But it doesn't really matter how the season ended. We are in the playoffs against the Falcons with a chance. See if we can win back-to-back or not. So far, 0-0. 3 for Atlanta. 10 now. We get 3. They get 3. They get nothing, thankfully, because it's already a 10-point lead. That could have put the game away if they got a touchdown, which they do. 20-6, 20-13, 27-13. We kind of need a miracle. Are driving down. There you go. Get the touchdown. 7-point game. Need a stop. And wow, they're moving the ball down like they're the ones that need the score. This clock's running. We have lost. Which it is. Unfortunately, we do not come close to back-to-back. We also turned the ball over 5 times. I'm glad I'm wrecking my throat for this. Pause. Yeah, look at the numbers. I mean, Dart threw 3 picks. You're not going to win many games doing that. And I don't know where the fumbles came from, but there must have been another 2 to go with it, as we did not look great. Oh my God, and their kicker missed 3 field goals, and we still lost. Winner of the Super Bowl is the Eagles, 38-7. Did get a dev up. Dart is an X Factor, and nobody else on the field on the team dev'd up. But that is kind of the ultimate one to get. Because, of course, now he's looking good. Also, again, regressing. And I messed up. I skipped our negotiations, but thankfully, even though it cost us a little bit more to get them, especially Dexter, we did get Dexter Lawrence and Ellen Jenkins back. We are now in the draft for the final season. It's like a day and a half after I did the last recording, and the Giants game is actually like over now. I still don't feel great. I still don't sound great, but I think we're getting there. I think we're close to fully healthy. We're fully healed, just about. So I appreciate you. Apologize for all we have gone through, because again, these series have been a bit delayed because of this. I would have been at least halfway through the Panthers franchise, because I think we are going to do a play the moments in like 8 games, call it an episode. Then the next episode is the other 9 games with maybe the stats and awards, or vice versa, whatever, how many games. And then we do the playoffs, assuming we're in them. And then we start a new series. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Either way, pick 21. Not as good of a season I was expecting. I thought we would have definitely been right back up there. Maybe we lose in the championship round. Maybe we, just lose in the Super Bowl. But No, we did not go far at all, unfortunately. Looking at what we need, though, it's a lot of future-proofing stuff, but I'd say right now would be a defensive tackle. So Anderson, if he's there, I think is going to be the move. And if he's not there, that's okay. We'll go elsewhere. Anderson went 13 overall. He could go F himself. I mean, what? Do we take a luxury pick in Lucas Horn? I like the speed. I'm going to do it. Lucas Horn, wide receiver 3. 33 true talent with hidden dev, 95 speed. We'll take it. And we have 2 sort of DT types. Will Slate, who actually does look really good. 36 bench rep. You know, just under 5-second 40. And then Monroe is a little rawer, but has better speed and bench press. I don't really know much about Slate. But if we're going to choose one, I think Slate's going to be the guy. So Will Slate's the guy. Just give me a hidden. He's going to be absolutely normal dev. And he's not. He's actually hidden. That might be a starting spot. And then with this pick, safety, kind of wanted a corner, but that's not happening. So safety could be a need. We definitely need O-line for sure. What about linebacker? That's definitely a positional need at some point. Fowler could be the play. I think it's going to be Fowler, Cheeks. Definitely not Cheeks. He's okay, but not as good as Fowler. Or one of the safeties. And I think pure value, Fowler's the guy, so that's what we're going to take. Damn, like neck and neck, I think, with the other guy. I think 89 for the other guy, 88 for this guy. Dev, but also hidden development trait. We'll take it. And then we have another linebacker here. He is pretty fast. He could be a safety, I'm just saying. See, Cruz, 48 true talent. Of course, normal development trait. Backup safety, maybe. Then, though, the rest of the picks, I think, are going to be offensive linemen, so you don't need to see those. We'll just go over them when we're done with this. Draft recap. 75, 71, 74, 74, 72, 73, 69, 77, 73. I think all of these guys were actually hidden. I don't remember the edge rusher, though. Yeah, Joey Ortiz was normal, but everyone else was hidden. This guy I knew was going to be a low overall, but I was just hoping for the dev, which we got. Could be a superstar, though. I've seen a lot of superstar types like this. And I'm also not, it's crazy what, losing something makes you feel. And I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but wow, 3 overalls up for Slate, by the way. But feeling like my voice kind of returning, like it's still kind of, it's weird. Like it burns in the back of my throat. Pause, say all the sus things you want, get it out of your system now. Superstar dev for the wide receiver. But in theory, this being solved, dude, it's just like, it's healing. It's healing. I know a lot of you guys were like, I don't even hear it. I can't tell if you were trolling and be like, you always sound awful, or if you just genuinely couldn't hear it, because that's the thing also with having a sickness is my ears are messed up too, so I hear me very differently, I imagine. Let's take a look at what his safety looks like, though. 74 overall as a linebacker. And 76 as a safety. Dude, it's actually pretty cool that our most overpowered position switches video wasn't just some sort of scam. Usually, I try to, the first one I ever did, we just did specific players, which was kind of stupid. But now with the position ones we do, it actually is pretty relevant information. Like, it's even nice for me to know. Like, when we did that recent rebuild, I don't remember if that was a members video or not, but we put Cooper DeJean at linebacker. I had no idea that would work. And it did. I can't remember if that was members or not. I don't know. Either way, Cooper DeJean does not go down like 30 overalls at linebacker, which he kind of maybe should. Maybe like 5 overalls or so. But yeah, sick draft. I mean, we got a generational kicker to go with it. I mean, one of the best generational kickers I've ever seen. If he's superstar dev, this is like one of the best I've seen. I think I've seen a 91 accuracy guy, though. There you go. Looking good. I mixed him and good, and I called him Gim. What an interesting name. All right, here is the team for the final season. Offensive line could be better. Wide receivers are okay. I mean, running back, quarterback. Tight ends an 80 overall now after the wide receiver training thing, or receiver training thing, whatever you want to call it. And then defensively, focus Woods a little bit. Focused Phillips, he needs to go up 1. And yeah, I mean, the team, 91 overall. Not the best season last year, but still, we could become that dynasty. 2 Super Bowl wins out of 3 years. We now have a couple of negotiations, and I got to say, this is probably going to be pretty close. $100 million, but Wan'Dale Robinson, Dexter Lawrence, Peter Woods, the backup running back, Flott, Thomas, Green, and that's kind of it. But then after that, you're going to have some more guys, I imagine. But let's see what we can do. Obviously, Wan'Dale, we want at least a 2-year, maybe a 3-year. Woods we want in general. Dexter, I don't know. I've seen guys retire 32. So we'll see. Flott, I think you can move on. Reed, I love the value, but I think you can move on there as well. Thomas is going to regress and he's expensive. Maybe a keep Green. Let's see. 2-year 58 for Wan'Dale, which is pure theft, to be honest. So we paid Woods. We paid Wan'Dale. And then I can't even remember who else we paid. Maybe one more person? I don't remember, but the rest, I think, are going to free agency. Like, that is all of our money. Literally, we can't even afford Dexter, and you know with that red interest, it's going to need to be at least like another 5%. We have done it. We are in the playoffs of the number 1 seed, 16-1. We lost that game, like, I think literally week 1, by the way. We'll have to take a look, but not a bad year. Automatically in the divisional round. Yeah, we did. The Eagles, 17-20. Could have been an undefeated season. Look at the QB numbers, just under 4,000 yards, but 42 touchdowns, 5 picks. Skattebo, one of his best seasons yet. You kind of have to argue, is that better than the 20 touchdowns? No, because it's less yards per carry as well, but more yards per game. So just ran him a little bit more, right? Same broken tackles. Yeah, I mean, that season was better. There's really not much of an argument there. Neighbors was solid. Robinson was good. Horn was very good with the touchdowns. Crocker was a little disappointing. O-line, actually not bad. Pass rush, I mean, it's good. The edge is great. Burns, just like my throat. Pause. 29 sacks. DTs, I would love to see a little bit more, but it's a very good pass rush. Very good front. And kicker was really good. Punting was right on the nose at 50 yards per punt. MVP, Dart was number 2. He got scammed. There's no way. Offensive player of the year, Skattebo number 2. Got scammed again. Did get rookie of the year, though, with Horn, which is good. Best QB, best running back, best wide receiver at 4. Best O-line, Elton Jenkins, superstar. There you go. And close on the best kicker. I mean, great year. Great year. There's not really much to be said. Can we win 2 Super Bowls out of 3 years, though? That is the question. Let's find out. 8-9 Falcons. If this is the team that takes us out right away, I'll be so mad. Going to the end of the game, the Falcons score 3. They get a stop. Nothing happens. This is not good for us. There you go. Nice little score. 10-7. 13-7. This is not good for us. 20-14 at half. Please. Dude, how? Oh, there you go. 53-yarder to Horn, the rookie of the year. Down by 2. Defense does not get the stop on 3rd and 13. And then they give up a huge touchdown. We might lose this. And then they pick it up. Brother, have you ever seen a better team play worse than us? I don't feel like you have. Because I don't feel like I have. But maybe I'm wrong. Dart's got to be just like being the worst player of all time, huh? Tight end's got speed. There's no point in going out of bounds because you do not get the clock stop. Yep, 3 picks. Thank you, Jackson Dart. Should have stuck with Russell Wilson. I knew it. I was going to say Winston, but wouldn't even know if it's a meme at that point. Neighbors. It's a great throw. Touchdown, Malik Neighbors. All right. All right. We still have life. Defense has been garbage. Offense has not helped. A lot of turnovers. But defense has got to do something. Clock is running, dude. We got to stop. We have got to get on the field sooner. It is a 10-point game. We do not have time. Probably could have taken that cross, but I like Malik Neighbors for a good 10-15. He gets the 10-15 I was looking for. I think he's like 15 on the nose. And that's a really good throw considering the pressure. I don't care if I have to save this. I just want it to be saved. Here goes the rookie. I actually do like the way Dart delivers the ball. I just need us to deliver ourselves into the end zone. I don't know what the hell I just did, but I did it. Oh my God, thank God that guy jumped. He would have had a free pick. These sliders are going to be so diabolical when we start a new series. I'm not ready for it. There's nobody there. In a good way. Bad way. Good way for them, I suppose. They can't cover Malik 101 like this, right? I guess they can't, dude. These sliders are insane. Strip it. Okay. Yeah, these sliders just aren't applying to our active franchises, even if I apply them from the main menu. Because there is no one open. There is not a soul open here at all. Like, show me the open player. Like this guy needs to be the perfect throw. That's crazy. That is unwinnable. I might have to actually, like, change the sliders and redo this sim, because I can maybe see why we're struggling. Like, genuinely, no one has been open so far. I mean, this is zone coverage. We don't even need the double move, right? Robinson should be open. And the safety picks it up. Is Dart even in anymore? I didn't even see. There is a wide open man on the slant. And we ran a bunch of different plays, too. It just, nobody's getting open. There you go. That's an open man. Huge with the 29. 4 picks, by the way. Not all his fault, but pretty much most of them. I don't know why I even ran a screen. I forgot we have Skattebo. I cannot believe he made that pursuit play. It's a hell of a play, dude. Hurry up. They do like that. That throw. The other throw is harder. Hit it to the 7, you know. Get it down. We should just kick an onside kick. Or kick a field goal. Finally, they leave something uncovered. Problem is, we literally lose without the onside kick. All right, fellas. It's onside kick time. High kick is your best bet for sure. Come out. It's up there. And he holds on like it's nothing. Literal only chance we have is just a mistake from them punting the ball when they don't need to. Again, if they throw the ball here, it's just stupid. Does not matter what the tip-off is. There is no reason to pass this ball. Good chase them. Probably should have kept the timeout, because now without the timeout, they're going to think they can just kneel it out, which technically they can. Brother. Push him out. Thank you very much, EA. You make products that have 0 flaws. That has given us now a very low chance, but a chance nonetheless. Better than we had a second ago. I wish he would have just threw it away or something, dude. They're not going to give us a chance, so you got to go for the squeeze, try to get the block. If we win this game, dude, that's crazy. I've not blocked a punt in years. Just gonna have to catch it and go. We need all the yards we can get. We need a field goal. Can we do it? I don't know. I don't know what I just signed up for, but I hope it works. I just hope it works. I mean, there's a chance. Oh my God, Malik, you just scared the hell out of me. I mean, we've actually got a lot of time now. This is actually kind of crazy. All right, Malik, make a play for me. It's really Robinson, but also make a play in Malik. Here's Robinson. Goes out of bounds at the 13. No way. Yeah, I'm going to kick a field goal after all this. I mean, I might, but for now, no. I think we can get to the line. Wait, what? If that safety jumps this, there's no way we're going to win this game. EA, we love you. Never, I was about to say never surrender, but I mean, that's what we did. Never stop being you, EA. You give the hopeless hope, the depressed happiness, and that's it. That's all you give. You don't give us much more. That's about as all you can really give us. What a comeback on these sliders. Like, take it, we almost left to put on base sliders because I felt it was too difficult. That is where we were for a moment in this game. And all it took was because we were running a run commit from goal line, which again, all they need to do is run the ball like one time on like a pitch, and they can just kneel the game out. They throw it out to the flat, way behind the line. Bijan fights it and gets pushed out of bounds, and we get like 30 seconds when we should have had 0. That would be a top 3 collapse of all time. Especially with 4 picks from Dart. That might be our greatest comeback in channel history, technically. Like, the odds are gone. Like my voice. But anyways, let's move on to the championship round. The Vikings. Another 8-9, by the way. I would be so disappointed if we lose this game. Could you imagine doing all of that to just lose like 37-13 or something? That would be devastating. Going to the end of the game. 0-0, 7-0, 7-7, 7-14, or 14-7 anyways. At least it's not that 37-13. It looks like we're going to hopefully move on to the Super Bowl anyways. 35-7. We actually almost did the opposite. We almost had that score. 38-14. It was very close at whatever the hell I said. 37-13. Very close. Let's take a look at the numbers, though. Dart, much cleaner performance, obviously. Skattebo was great. He had a 99-yard touchdown. That would be something I would have to see. I wish they would come up with a highlight for that. I might actually click it to see if they actually do, because I kind of want to see it. Our kicker missed one, but that's fine. He didn't need it. We killed him. Closer to my prediction anyways, even though I had the wrong team. Yeah, I looked at the recap thing, and it just showed the Ravens-Patriots game. It didn't show ours, and I was hoping if I sim this, it would show the games again. It didn't, and unfortunately did not. But here we are, final one, and again, we talk about, you know, storylines of how does that happen? How do these storylines keep happening? Another one. We have the Patriots. We're the Giants. We're taking on the Patriots. How do these things happen? I don't know. Okay, I don't... Just stop asking. I don't know. Okay? Bronson, I think, went up to superstar. Definitely the cornerback you would just move up a slot at our number 2. Another undersized corner playing in the boundary or on the boundary. Either way, though, 94 to their 89. Let's see if we can win another Super Bowl. Here it is, end of the game. 0-0, 3-0, 10-0. Not a huge fan. Huge touchdown before half. 10-7. Now we have the lead, up 4. They get a field goal to cut it down to 1. We get a touchdown, up by 8. One touchdown could do it. 5 minutes left. Patriots ball. If this was Brady, it'd be another all-timer. We get the sack. 3rd and 10. 1st and 10. There's no way this Patriots team's going to do this, right? This is a perfect drive. They've got all the damn time in the world. This is kind of a classic. Get up in there. Try to get the bait. Could not. They get the touchdown. But now it is up to them to get this 2-point conversion. Without this 2-point conversion, it's going to be a lot tougher. Under center. Could be a zig for number 4. It's going to be a run. We string it out. Nowhere to go. Henderson short. Realistically, without the onside kick, we are going to win Super Bowl 2 out of 3. Wow, what a crazy catch. I mean, I wonder what the protocol is in that case, right? Like, it's supposed to go to the guys behind, so I'd imagine you are just going to leave it, but once if it hits him, you know, arguable to catch it at the rate. Either way, I mean, barring some sort of crazy miracle like we had, you know, a game or two ago, we should be moving on to the podium, which we are, for yet another Super Bowl trophy celebration. We, of course, have already seen this once. So, with my voice about to give out on me again, I am going to quit while I'm ahead and head to the stats and see exactly how everyone played. We know Dart's a little susceptible to a bad performance. Did not have one today. Didn't turn the ball over either, which is good. Skattebo has been very consistently good. Receivers, you know, all over the place, both sides. Sacks, nothing for us. We got 1, and it was a blitz. Brooks with a pick. Clean kicking, and we win. You know, another classic Giants-Patriots Super Bowl, kind of mid-scoring. 21-19, that just feels like a score they would have. Of course, taking a look, we did not do any cheaty cheats. Bing, bong, bing, boom. We, of course, do see that Elton Jenkins did go up to Superstar, but here are the players now. I know I'm going to start yapping about stuff that there's a good chance you aren't here to hear. right? Here as in Here, and then E, you know the other spelling. But plan for the week would be no upload tomorrow. Maybe a YouTube short from a different clip from a different game. Maybe even a YouTube short from this rebuild. But Thursday, the plan is, if my voice is properly healed, I'm hoping I am able to do Panthers franchise. If not, assume that my voice is just cooked and I'm doing another Packers video, because I kind of have that, like, not pre-recorded, but it's kind of pre-recorded. So my voice is like kind of fine in that, but I do have another part that isn't. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan there. Really hoping I'm better. I don't know if I am. Like, my voice, just from doing an hour at a time, it just gets super dry. It gets super, like, crackly and raspy, and it just sounds like it's giving up on me. And yeah, I don't know. This might be just like a never-ending cycle unless I give it like a good week rest, which I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. Either way, let's take a look at the rest of the players again. Let me know what you guys want to see. You want to see a Jets franchise? You want to see the relocation franchise? Plan, if not relocation, would be to do relocation like early February probably. You know, a new series. That series would be kind of dying down by February, I would say. And then we move on to the relocation. Or we can run multiple. Maybe we even pop a new channel to have a bunch of series going. Because I don't think it works too well to have 3 on one channel. It barely works to have 2 on one channel. 3? Yeah, I don't think that's happening. But it would be cool to do another channel, because in theory, I could keep college football content going further than like the first month or two. Because I could just put it over there and, you know, whatever happens, happens. Doesn't hurt the channel, you know? So let me know what you guys are thinking. Jets franchise, relocation franchise. The poll is, at least at the time of this recording, I think still 30%, 34% for each. Jets had a lead, and then relocation kind of stole the show a little bit. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking as we look at our final 2 players. Woods being one of them. You know, good, not great. Developing still. And then, of course, believe it or not, the kicker. 82 overall. Wasn't the best in the playoffs, but what a guy. But once again, if you guys enjoy this one, leave a like, subscribe for new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, Pkr Plays, for non-Madden content. Been trying to edit more Borderlands 4 to get that series up, and then move on to Dead Island, and then move on to some other games I have in the back burner. GTA 4, I have the 2005 King Kong game, and I have the Red Dead Redemption like remaster thing they got coming out this month, I believe. So I do want to try that as well. But let me know what team you want to see rebuild next. And again, I apologize for maybe the quality of my voice, the sound of my voice, and kind of the lack of uploads. This has been the most sick I have been since even when I got COVID in 2020. This is worse than that. It really is. And it's more lingering. It's lasting longer. I think it's because I'm old. Ungstead has got me down. Either way, again, appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate all the well wishes to try and, hopefully get better. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, let's try another one. See ya. Hey, a little better.